Hi everybody, this is lesson 2 for week 3 for 8th grade. This one we are going to be taking some notes on popular sovereignty, and then you'll do a little bit of political cartoon and you'll fill out the online exit ticket. So before we even start, I want you to say this like literally out loud, yes, with your family around while you're watching my videos, doing your homework. I want you to literally say out loud, popular sovereignty. Sovereignty. Popular sovereignty. I know this word is a weird word. I have to literally autocorrect it every single time I type it and spell check it, but it is popular sovereignty. So in the last video, we learned slavery is the first cause of the Civil War. The second main cause is popular sovereignty, aka states' rights. So the second main disagreement about the North versus South is that they cannot figure out how to decide states' rights. What do states get to decide? What does the national government decide? What does no one get to decide? You literally start fighting over this. So there's two main parts, and you're going to be writing this in your notes in the same place as you were writing for slavery. It's the middle column. I gave you the definition of popular sovereignty there, which is the state elected government is in control of decisions made, not national government. People have the power. So popular sovereignty is states' rights, people's power. So the first one is the Dred Scott Supreme Court decision. So if you look at this little infographic I have on the side, so Dred Scott was a slave who claimed that because his master had taken him into free territories of Illinois and Wisconsin, he should be free. If you're a slave in the South and you move into free land, you should not have slaves anymore, right? The court ruled that because Scott was a slave, he was not considered a citizen, a property, and he could not file a lawsuit. So the court literally stopped him in his tracks and said, you're a slave, your property, you can't go through the courts. The court also ruled that Congress had no power to decide the issue of slavery in new territories. This meant slavery was legal in all territories, and the Missouri Compromise was unconstitutional. The one that decided Missouri would be a slave state and Maine would be free, gone. So the effect of this, the issue of slavery reached a boiling point. Becomes a moral issue in the North and constitutional issue in the South. No more room for compromise. So in the North, people are seeing it as moral, that it's against their morals to hold slaves, that they have like that internal code of good versus bad, and slavery is bad. Where in the South, people are getting charged up and angry because they're saying to have a slave is a constitutional right. So you have morals versus constitutional right starting to kind of like fight each other. So that's the first popular sovereignty. Second is it involves Harpers Ferry and John Brown. Now, John Brown, we've talked about plenty of times before. He's the vampire-looking guy. It sends the country spiraling with popular sovereignty. So John Brown and a group of abolitionists organize a raid on Harpers Ferry, Virginia, a federal arsenal. Harpers Ferry is a town, and so John Brown and his 5 sons and a couple other people are going to have a raid or like break into this federal arsenal, which is a building that holds guns for the army. Brown hoped that slaves would come to the arsenal and he would then lead a massive slave uprising. Brown was unsuccessful and captured. He was found guilty of murder and treason and sentenced to death. Many Northerners saw Brown as a hero. Southerners felt that the North wanted to destroy slavery and the South along with it. So the effect of this, it convinced many Southerners that war is inevitable. So now we're getting to this boiling point between North and South that they just cannot agree on the issue of slavery and the issue of states' rights. The South wants to have power. The South wants to decide for itself. The North says we got to do it all together. We all have to be the same. And the South is saying, no way, we are not doing what you're doing. We refuse. We are doing what we want to do. So that's kind of where popular sovereignty or states' rights is coming in. The next thing I want you to do, disagreements are starting, trouble is starting, violence, bloodshed. So now you're gonna look at the political cartoon in your packet and answer in a Google form. So I don't want you to actually write on this piece of paper. I want you to do it in a Google form so I can grade it faster. So you have a Google form that looks like this. So you're first going to have to define popular sovereignty. You're going to summarize Dred Scott's case. Then it starts the political cartoon exit ticket. So you're going to tell me, did you choose picture A or B? So if you're looking at your packet, you're telling me, did you look at this one or did you look at this one? You are then going to answer, what pictures, words, or symbols do you see? I don't need complete sentences. A list is fine. What people are represented? Is anyone specific there? Does this cartoon represent pro or anti-slavery? Is it for or against slavery? Where's your evidence? And then what's the purpose of this cartoon? Are you persuading, informing, or entertaining? And then I want you to explain your answer. So you'll be looking at these two pictures. I got the questions directly off your worksheet. So that is all for lesson 2. I'll see you in the next one for lesson 3. And that's it. I'll see you in lesson 3. Bye.